Hi everyone, I've wanted to film this video for a while. I actually just filmed it and uploaded it to my laptop, and I thought this is something you have to be so delicate about. Film it again so you don't come across wrong. So I have noticed at times in my recovery, I have got to a point where I've found my level. I am able to live a limited life in a way that feels fairly secure and isn't causing me too much pain. And then at that point, I dream about my sort of perfect, well life, and it seems so far away, and the push that I've had to make to risk the security in my limited life to try and get well again, completely, or 80%, or however much I'll get, is what I'm talking about in this video. By no means am I saying if you're struggling and you're in pain and you're on the bones of your ass, don't push yourself. But I have found, to me, I've got to a point where I'm making weird mental calculations in my head of, right, I'm seeing so-and-so on the Tuesday, so I won't do anything on the Monday. Maybe the Wednesday will be hard. I don't know about the Thursday. In my head, and that thinking is tiring. So the thing with the title of this video is the overthinking and the planning. This illness, you can pace things, but I think scheduling in when you're going to feel like shit is madness, because it could come at any time. Maybe just having some sort of awareness that, like, oh, okay, I'm finding it hard to think today. What did I do yesterday? Or what did I do this morning? But endless mental calculations like I've been doing. I've rung my mum and said, I want to go to the supermarket. I really want to drive. That's going to be challenging. Should I do that now? Should I do that later on? What's the traffic going to be like? Have I eaten? What have I eaten? And it's like, it's so much thinking rather than trying to have some kind of faith in yourself. You know, in that situation, I have been okay. Touch wood, every time I've done it, I've been okay. But I've had my phone, I've known, you know, you can always get a taxi or ring somebody to come and get you, or stop and have something to eat, sit in silence in the car, all these different things that I've thought, you know what, if I'm not okay, I can do that. But certainly hours of sitting in my living room, which I've done, sitting in my living room and thinking, do you know what, the traffic's probably quite bad. Oh, will I actually be okay to do it later on? Oh, I really don't know. Oh, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I can't really do it tomorrow. It's just knackering me out. So that's me trying to manage something, and it's doing me damage. Yeah, I don't want anyone to sit and watch this and think, but I can't get out of bed and you're telling me to, you know, do something ridiculously out of my bounds. I'm not talking about that. But with me, I've been struggling and I've got to a plateau and I've got scared to lose that progress, to make more progress. I would also put beating myself up into that category. There have been times where you know, if it's somebody's birthday or if it's Christmas or something, I've had kickback because I've done more than I would. But there's no point in beating yourself up about that, because it's not your fault and it makes you sicker. Being mean to yourself makes you sicker. I actually find every time I have a cry, my legs ache afterwards. So that to me was an absolute epiphany. If you feel miserable, you feel sicker, like immediately. Your body is freaking out all over the place. So don't be miserable. If you can help it, don't think that beating yourself up is helping you. It's absolutely not. And I think you can think, I'm not beating myself up, I'm just trying to gauge a pattern, I'm just trying to, and really, you can't always get a pattern. Sometimes you have to do things that you can't really do, and you have to get through them. I'm sure people that have kids and have more obligations than I do that all the time, and that's what you're doing to push yourself all the time. But for me, yeah, it's high stakes and I want to get my life back, but I have to remind myself to keep going, to stretch that comfort zone. And it is bloody hard, but I don't think anybody gets to a point where they can manage this illness. All your pacing and your eating stuff and your positivity, it's still a lion on the end of a leash, and it will always give you a surprise. So don't beat yourself up, please. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps and gives you another perspective. I know there's so many videos on YouTube about what you should do or what you shouldn't do, and I don't want to add to that, but I just want to say, for me, yeah, you can't, nobody has a magical formula. It's different for every person. If you would like to follow my journey out of ME, and possibly into ME and out of ME and possibly into ME, we'll see. I will go up Mount Snowdon. I'm getting to a point where I'm making progress. It's just how I make the progress. We'll see. My name's Sophie to Snowdon. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching.